If someday we awaken to an impossible stillness and the familiar comforting canopy above was simply erased,
Hit subscribe to explore with me if one day the world is no longer as you know it.
Imagine the morning light, now stripped of all diffusion, beating down with a blinding, relentless intensity.
the silence was not just of sound, but of movement, a profound, haunting absence where great atmospheric dramas once played. The initial uncomfortable feeling across the globe was a universal profound confusion, quickly replacing simple wonder with unease. Our systems of knowledge immediately failed, and the headlines offered only questions, unable to process such complete loss.
The scientific community, usually quick with theories, could only confirm the emptiness, a terrifying new anomaly beyond our metrics.
The true, grinding weight of the loss quickly fell upon the land as the sun's uncontrolled heat began to scorch the world. Our reality fractured into extremes, a world defined solely by blinding, unforgiving light and the absolute, deep cold of shadow.
The sudden lack of atmospheric texture meant artists struggled, finding no mood or softness in a sky of sterile, unyielding clarity. We had suddenly lost the atmosphere's profound, restless drama, the exhilarating, terrifying anticipation that precedes any great storm. Humanity began to retreat, instinctively seeking sanctuary and finding a new, quiet comfort pressed into the shadows of shelter. The resulting quietude was not peaceful, but a profound emotional silence. The world suffered a deep, collective, and aching heartache. Without the thermal blanket of clouds, the Earth's very temperament destabilized, amplifying the contrast between day and night. The blessed memory of rain became an almost mythical concept, a fading, precious relic whispered about in the newly arid lands. There was nothing left to promise necessary hydration, no atmospheric reprieve to signal the possibility of renewal for life below. We collectively adapted by trading the vast, exposed outdoors for sheltered man-made sanctuaries where the sun's glare could not reach. Children learned about the texture and function of clouds in history lessons, studying a concept that felt utterly mythical and distant. We clung fiercely to old images and records, grasping for grainy, treasured proof of the magnificent, fleeting beauty that once soared. We invented intricate ways to simulate the loss, manufacturing artificial controlled environments to recall the feeling of a rainy day. Despite the profound discomfort, the stark, pure clarity of the new sky possessed a raw, intimidating, and unexpected aesthetic power. The cold, dark nights became an unparalleled gift to every astronomer, revealing the entire violent glory of the cosmic truth. We experienced the distant universe without its necessary earthly filter, seeing the unvarnished, terrifying truth of deep space for the first time. Our focus shifted entirely to the definite and the permanent. The relentless clarity above demanded a new, harder appreciation for sharp lines. The uncompromising, harsh light illuminated every corner of our lives, exposing our weaknesses and leaving nothing hidden from the public glare. We were compelled to learn a new, enduring patience, a profound, almost spiritual stoicism in the face of the permanent, overwhelming clarity. The world, stripped of its celestial diffusers, became too sharp, too defined, tragically losing its necessary, comforting ability to soothe. Our deepest yearnings were now for the non-specific, for the beautiful ambiguity and the comforting promise of something unseen above. The absolute clarity of the empty sky forced us to look ruthlessly inward, intently studying the defined shadows residing within ourselves. We desperately missed the gentle humidity, the subtle way the air once felt heavy, alive, and profoundly full of impending possibility. The world felt noticeably smaller, losing its sense of mystery and becoming dangerously devoid of spontaneous possibility and the sublime. We slowly realized that the clouds were far more than just water vapor. They were a profound, essential atmospheric metaphor for life. They represented the spaces between our rigid thoughts, the necessary fluid gaps that permit genuine flow and healthy psychological relief. The clouds held the quiet potential for massive change.
the beautiful, terrifying mystery contained within every great unseen transformation.
We tragically learned that the most profound forms of beauty are often found only in those fragile things that refuse permanent definition. The sheer, overwhelming immensity of the empty blue began to feel less like freedom and disturbingly more like a silent cosmic vacuum. A new kind of emotional ache settled deep into our hearts, a painful, constant yearning for the atmospheric sublime we had carelessly lost.
Yet, against all odds, life stubbornly persisted. It found profound ways to bloom and flourish even beneath the cruel, unforgiving sun.
We finally found the essential softness we lost in the sky, powerfully reflected in the warmth of our sincere connections to one another.
We learned the brutal, undeniable value of every drop of water and the essential, life-saving necessity of communal shade.
We ultimately became the children of the stark, powerful light, clearer, harder, and somehow more deeply, profoundly real in our existence. Then, what if after long, desolate years, a single solitary particle of moisture was finally able to drift into view? The world would collectively hold its breath, a generation utterly speechless in silent, profound, and utterly unexpected awe. A singular soft shadow falls, not a full cloud, but an undeniable, powerful symbol and promise of atmospheric change.
We understood in that moment that the greatest, most miraculous gifts are often the ones we carelessly took for granted.
If someday the clouds truly return, we shall remember the empty sky and never view a gray, familiar day the same way.
Thank you, my friend, for watching this video till the end. Wishing you a wonderful day.